The ranch had learned the sound of silence, the way a man learns pain. Slowly, permanently, until it becomes part of how he breathes. Eli Mercer lived where the land stretched wide and unforgiving, where the wind carried dust instead of voices, and the days passed without witnesses. He woke before the sun, worked until it burned overhead, and rested only when the stars forced him to stop. People used to come through once, back when the road still mattered, but years had peeled them away one by one. So, when he heard footsteps near the old hand pump that afternoon, his first instinct wasn't curiosity, it was disbelief. She stood there uncertainly, a metal bucket in her hands, her city shoes already coated with dirt, eyes scanning the land as if it might speak back. She said she only needed water. Her voice was steady, but her hands weren't. Eli could tell when someone didn't belong to the land. Their hands always gave them away. He showed her the pump, demonstrated once, then stepped back. She tried, failed, tried again. Frustration flashed across her face, not anger but something deeper, fear of uselessness, of being exposed as someone who had lived too long without knowing how to rely on herself. When she finally looked at him and asked if he could teach her, not just the pump but how to use her hands, something old and forgotten stirred in his chest. He didn't answer right away. Teaching meant staying. Staying meant opening a door he'd nailed shut years ago. As the water finally spilled into the bucket under her effort, awkward but determined, the ranch seemed to exhale. And so did he. If this story is pulling you in already, take a moment to subscribe, because some lessons only unfold when you stay until the end. She came back the next day, then the next, always saying she just needed water, always staying a little longer. Eli showed her how to grip tools, how to listen to the land instead of fighting it, how to let work speak when words failed. Her hands blistered, then hardened, and with every new skill she learned, a layer of something heavy fell away from her. She told him pieces of her life without ever naming the ache directly. How everything she touched before felt temporary. How she'd never built something that stayed. Eli understood without explanation. The ranch had taught him that hands could build or destroy, hold on or let go. As days turned into weeks, the silence between them changed. It wasn't empty anymore. It was shared. He realized he wasn't teaching her strength. She already had it. He was teaching her permission. Permission to be capable. Permission to fail without shame. And in doing so, she gave him something back he never asked for. Proof that loneliness wasn't permanent. That even the most isolated ground could still grow something meaningful. On the morning she finally worked the pump alone, water flowing clean and steady, she didn't smile. She just nodded like someone who finally trusted herself. Eli watched from a distance, hands resting at his sides, knowing some lessons don't end when they're learned, they echo. And as she walked away down the dusty road, stronger than when she arrived, he realized the ranch was no longer just a place of waiting. It was a place of teaching, of passing something forward. If this story moved you, inspired you, or reminded you of your own quiet strength, make sure you subscribe, because the best stories aren't just told, they're earned.